Yeah, welcome. This is the Infinite Ambition Podcast, episode 12. Recognize your limitless worth, damn it. We are here today. Man, it's a fun day. It's a good, fun, pow day. I'm here with my co-star, my co-host of the Your Crested Butte, Colorado Cannabis Baking Show, Baked on YouTube. Here with Nicole, aka Coltrane.
Coltrane.
What's good?
Everything's good.
Absolutely.
I've almost finished this shot of bourbon, so
Right?
I'm feeling warm and bubbly and excited to talk about God knows what.
Man, that is true, because they don't tell what we're going to get into today. You know, like we do on this podcast, I never come with a set list of questions, a set format, just because it's not an interview style, it's a conversation style format. Get out what you want to get out, get anything off your chest you want to get off your chest, and we're drinking and or smoking while we're doing it, having a good time. You know, last night, I filmed an episode that I have yet to put out, because I will be putting it out either this Saturday or the next one. It was episode 12 with my roommates, Charles Robinson, he's a frequent guest, and Mackenzie McDaddy Anderson, another frequent guest.
Sounded pretty rowdy from my understanding.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, pretty wild, borderline ratchet. You know, was getting in on some subject matters.
Borderline ratchet.
Yeah, it was talking mad shit. After we had about 5 or 6, 17 drinks between us, it got pretty wild. So, and one of our special guests made a brief appearance just a second ago, KB, the resident German Shepherd, cutie pie.
Oh my gosh, their head tilts are amazing. It's just like it just pulls at your heartstrings, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. No, it's the hallmark moments that last all day.
Especially on a beautiful snowy day in Crested Butte.
Absolutely. You trying to get out there on the mountain?
That's dangerous. I should probably have another knee surgery here soon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I've got a grapefruit knee and a torn meniscus. I'm just shit out of luck.
Is it swollen now?
Oh no, I had surgery on this one, but this one like.
Oh shit.
I started going to the gym, like trying to be all healthy.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I see that. I see your snaps. You're getting in and out there on the gym.
Yeah, I took a hiatus because my knee turned into a grapefruit, and I was like, no. And then some tissue thing. He's like, well, we could do the surgery, or I could stick a needle in your knee. And I'm like,
oh shit.
Just fix it when I'm asleep.
Just thinking about that made my fucking shin tingle.
Just put that thing over the mask, and I'll just pass out and wake up better.
Yeah.
And on a lot of painkillers.
Ooh!
I don't know. I'm gonna Nordic ski though. I'm like really excited for snow coverage. For them,
right.
Like, I don't know when they're gonna start grooming it. I don't think they've started up in town. But as soon as they start grooming it, I'm gonna go dork it up.
Where are those the Nordic skiing areas at? 'Cause I don't really know anything about where it is.
So if you go down by the school, they have like this thing for bikes. It's a pump track is what it's called.
Right. Yeah.
Down by there they like have that big open field, and there's I think a path. I think that's where the path to Riverbend is.
Mm-hmm.
But you can they like groom like a free loop that you can Nordic ski with like the tracks carved into it, or you can like the skate ski, which looks really hard.
It does look hard. I've seen them people doing that.
They go so fast. I'm like, that's a workout, but
the dude was killing it. It's like,
oh my god,
I'd
rather like be in the tracks and just and not fall down. Especially I have bad knees. I ain't trying to fall.
So is Nordic skiing the same thing as cross country?
Yes, there's different kind of skis though. I don't know a ton about it, but like skate skis, they don't have metal edges, and they're just like I think flat on the bottom.
Right.
So you can like glide, and then.
For those who don't know, who are not from here or any ski town, skate skiing is like picture skis but very short.
No. So the skate skiing, those are ones
that are very small, like just a little bit bigger than your shoe, than your boot.
No, those are like snow blades.
Oh, snow blades. Okay.
So the snow skating is super, super, super long, super skinny skis, and you push them out to repel yourself forward.
Oh, okay.
That
sounds like some serious cardio.
Dude, yeah, it looks so hard.
You get you ripped up too, like.
But the skis that I have are more like kind of like touring skis almost. So they have metal edges, but they're still super thin. But they have scales built in the bottom, like these little like layered, it goes like that.
Yeah.
Like these layers, so that if you're like going uphill, it stops you from sliding backwards.
So which ones do you prefer? Like this more narrow ones or the fatter ones? Because I have narrow ones. Like these is, I forgot what the number is.
Well, those are like normals. Well, cross-country skis are traditionally much skinnier than a standard downhill ski because they just are.
Yeah. I try to get one of the fat ones for like turning. Sharp turn.
The shoes that you wear with cross-country skis look like tennis shoes. They're not like these big boots.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's like, and you only click your toe in. So on the front of the cross-country ski, there's like a metal bar.
So your heel can come up off the back?
In the front of your boot, there's this metal bar, and you like go up to the ski and just like, and so only your toe is connected to the ski.
Yeah. Oh, shit, okay.
The front of your shoe. So that when you're moving, it's kind of like doing a lunge.
Right.
And like when you do a lunge, your back heel on your back leg comes up.
Oh, damn.
So it's like, it's almost like teleskiing where you have a loose heel, but it's like, when you're on your skis, trying to get to like the chairlift, you're kind of going like this, you know? Yeah. That's more like skate skiing because your heel's locked in. But with the cross-country skis, you have a free heel, so it's like this motion.
Okay, but I mean, I bet they'll have. It sounds like you'll have your calves like just ripped up, like just swole, like.
It's basically like doing lunges.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I mean, I'm trying to get healthy and strong and fit, buff.
Yep.
I'm trying to get in shape because I have knee problems. I need knee surgery. I want to fix them. I want to do some awesome hiking and. I want to try to ski someday.
Yeah, do it.
Or snowboard, but honestly, I'd probably break my wrist the first day and be like, oh, not this again.
Don't put that energy towards it.
The first time I ever snowboarded, not the first time, but I liked snowboarding.
I'm going to try to learn this season. I'm going to try to learn.
I tried to stop, and I was doing perfectly fine until I went to sit down, and like I just like slipped and flipped around and was facing up the hill and fell back and just my wrist. I was like, ah.
Those are the horror stories I've been hearing. Mostly wrist accidents I've been hearing a lot about.
That was like middle school. So it was a while ago. It wasn't bad. I don't think I broke it. I think I just like fractured it, but it was
Make sure you got your health insurance up, man. If you'll get out there on that mountain, that's what I'm trying to do. I've been a skier these past 3.5 years. Now I'm gonna get up on a snowboard. Hopefully my Hawaii surfing skills will transcend into that. Hopefully.
How are you at surfing?
I'm alright. I don't suck, but I'm not like super good. I'm not like super good either. I'm good enough to
can stand up,
bust my ass. Yeah, I can stand up and I can turn. I can stop when I want to.
How Basics. Are you on a skateboard or a longboard?
Terrible. I haven't touched one of those since I was 9 years old.
I can hear Katie breathing.
Yeah, it's probably kind of warm here. She's always a welcome guest.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I feel like if you understand skateboard or longboard edges, then you'd understand snowboarding.
Yeah, edges. Yes, what's
for me like skiing makes more sense for me because I did it longer and I was a little more successful at it. But like I have bad knees, so I'd be going down a ski hill, and if it was too steep and I couldn't turn sharp enough to slow myself down enough to like stay in control, my knees would just lock up, and then I couldn't. Then I was just like stuck, and I just like bombed it, crashed at the bottom. Everyone's like, oh. I'm laying there like, this is stupid. Where's the bar? I need a cocktail.
Loosen you up a little bit, but not too loose. Just enough to keep you relaxing, kind of feeling it and get out of your head a little bit.
I mean, downhill mountain biking, that was fun. My friend Phil, he took me for my first time when I like first moved here.
Shout out to Phil.
And Phil. And we went out. I was super nervous because I'd never done it before. You know, you put this gigantic bicycle on a chairlift and you ride it up the mountain, and then you're gonna go down the mountain on a bicycle. I had my full face helmet, the pressure suit. I felt like I was in a sci-fi movie. I was like, woo! Didn't fall. It was so much fun. And I remember like halfway through, we like went up on this slope thing, and he was like, oh, let's smoke a bowl. And I was super nervous.
Yeah.
Like, if I get high, I'm gonna die. Like, because I didn't really smoke. I thought, I don't know, recreation wasn't legal before I moved out here, so I was like, I should not smoke weed and pass a drug test when I moved to Colorado. Right. It is
Try to keep it super proper.
I don't know what got into me. I was like, I shouldn't smoke weed. I'm moving to Colorado. Like, dumb.
And now look at it.
And so we smoked and we went down, and like halfway, we were out there for 5 hours.
Damn.
First day, and I was super nervous, so I refused to because you're not supposed to sit when you're downhill mountain biking. You're supposed to stand because when you're hitting jumps or going over rocks, you can compress your knees with the bike. I mean, it's a full suspension mountain bike, so you have like a big range of compression.
Sounds like it'll be hell in your spine if you sat down too, like your tailbone in your spine.
It hurts your. I mean, here's the thing: it hurts your butt.
Right. Yeah.
But it takes a lot of pressure off joints like your knees, which mine are bad.
And you're standing, your knees are taking all that.
I mean, yeah, my butt hurt,
too,
but I had a blast. But we stopped and had a beer, and I was like, this is a great idea. I'm going to have a beer and then take a bicycle down a mountain.
A little bit of that lip courage. Outside a little bit sometimes if you're being safe still.
Always.
Speaking of which.
We had so much. Yeah, I'm on it.
You hear that sound? That's the bullet.
That's God, that sounds great. My nails on this bottle.
It does, right? Don't you love this digital recording?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's that bullet bourbon she's tapping on right now. We're sipping on this fine Saturday late morning.
I mean, so last night I swung by a friend's house. I wanted to go to the liquor store and get a big bottle of bourbon.
Do that again with the cork.
Yeah, it's got a cork.
Now pull it out. Do it again.
What?
Pull the cork out.
Maybe.
Ah, that sound. That's when you know the party starts. It's like champagne. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead with that story.
Yeah, I have too many things.
While we're pouring a shot.
So I wanted to go buy a bottle of bourbon, because I was like, oh, Friday night, like I don't want to go out late, and I had plans to chat on the phone with a
feller.
And so I was like, I'm staying home, like obviously.
Was you sure he was a feller? He sounded kind of wasn't sure, like he was a fella.
I don't know. He's lovely.
Okay, well, that's what's up.
That's nice. It. I don't know. He's lovely. I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about
You
this.
opened that door. I just stuck my foot in.
I'm shutting it. Get your foot out of the way. Foot in mouth. No, I had plans to just have like a quiet night in.
Right.
Work's been crazy with fails, so I'm just like been so busy that on the weekend it's like I want to rage, and then I'm like I want to lay in bed and watch movies with my dog.
Right.
So that was my plan, and then I was hanging out with some friends, and we were like smoking, and they go to hand me the bong, and I'm like, oh no, I'm good. And my buddy just like gives me these eyes, like, and refuses to take the bong down. He's just like, business. And I'm like, oh heck, okay.
He gave you the Prince eyes.
And my
You can't
friend was
resist.
like, oh my god, are you still smoking? And I was like, he gave me the business. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the business, but
The business.
it's hard to say no when someone's giving you the business.
Right.
It's such a great phrase. I've been saying it a lot.
And it can be used for so many different things.
I know. I mean, like I was at the bar and I was talking to a friend who, I don't know, thinks I'm swell, I guess. I don't know. But
God, Miss Lady, you're so swell.
I don't even know where I get up and I go over to my friend and she's like, what was that? I'm like, he was giving me the business.
Offering you the swell business.
You know, giving someone the biz. Hold on,
This is a shot. Cheers to the business.
To the business. Oh, that sounds.
I love that sound. I gotta take that sound and sample it and put it in a beat or something.
Oh my god. I'm only doing half of it. It's just delightful bourbon, Khari. Why are you slamming it
That
like
shit
it's
just made my
fucking
waves a little
beer?
more wavy. It's wavy,
Ooh.
baby.
So, yeah, business. No, an example of someone giving you the business is like, it's late at night, and they hit you up, they're like, hey girl.
Do we sound like that?
Where you at? It's like, whoa,
It's like the intro to like a 90s R&B group song.
I mean, I'm not,
Voodoo's come up.
I'm not used to those kind of text messages where it's just like, hey girl.
It could have been worse. It could have been an audio message where he actually said that. Like, hey girl. They had music playing in the background.
But it's like, it's always something where it's the middle of the night and it's like, you should come over. It's like, what? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Booty call. Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Or, hey, it's like 3. This happened once, a little while back. I'm like whooping it up at my buddy's house late night after the bars. We're having fun. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
You putting that Chris Brown. You already know what
It's
time it is.
it's 3 o'clock in the morning. My phone rings, and I look at it, and I'm like, well, I know who that is, so I'm gonna answer it. Maybe they're in trouble. And it's like, what's up? I'm like, drinking with my friends.
If it's
where are you?
If the text starts off like that, they're not in trouble. They're looking for some trouble.
They're like, where are
fun
you?
Trouble.
I'm like, I'm on the opposite side of town because we live on the same side of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm on the opposite side of town. Like, I'm way over by Achievers. I live over by the gas cafe, so like, opposite. And he's like, well, you.
It's Crested Butte. It's only 5 blocks, but go ahead.
And he's being all weird. He's like, you should call me when you get back over here. I'm like, sure thing, bud. And I hang up the phone. And I look over at my buddy, and he was like, who was that?
He's laying in the bed with
I was
his
like,
door up
who was that? I'm like, some guy. He was like, what? Some guy calling at 3 o'clock in the morning? What did he want? I'm like, he wanted me to call him when I get back over to our side of the neighborhood. He's like,
laying in the bed with
and he
like,
looks at me, he goes, fuck that.
Yeah,
You're
he
hanging
got
out with
his,
your friends. You're coming home with us. And I'm like, okay.
he got his Game of Thrones pajamas on, laying there. Got the incense burning. Smells like something weird.
I guess I'm delightful company. Sometimes. Keyword. Sometimes.
Like,
Oh
yeah,
my
man,
God,
I'm
that's
always
too funny.
sexy sometimes.
It's just like, that shit was funny. I'm not very familiar with the booty call, so like the fact that I got one, I think that might have been my first ever booty call.
Aww.
3 o'clock in the morning
Not
in
real
Crested
booty
Butte,
call.
less than a year ago. I'm almost 28 years old, and like the first booty call, it's like,
Nothing to be ashamed of.
it cracked me up. I was like, wow.
Was it awkward the feeling? You got that message or a phone call? Like, did it feel awkward, or was it just like?
No,
Okay.
because I'm the awkward person where someone's like, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm sitting at my friend's house having a PBR. What are you doing? And they're just like, you should call me when you get back over here. I'm like, why? Are you okay? Like,
Y'all listen
I
to
don't
this.
pick up on it. I don't pick up on it. Like, someone calls me, they're like, we should get together. We should do this. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like a delightful time. And it's like, in their head, it's like, I would like to have sex with you. And in my head, it's like, let's hang out and drink beer.
And to anybody that's listening to this right now, you should see her mannerisms, her imitating the male side of the conversation, her posture, and her what she's doing is so funny. That's why I want to film these episodes from now on, because this is funny as hell. I know I said that I was gonna start filming every episode after episode 10, and I haven't yet because I want to make sure my camera is right, lighting is right, and the guests that I want to have, I want to make sure they're comfortable in front of the camera. And I haven't asked them that yet, so that's why I haven't done it yet. But I will. The filmed episodes are coming soon, trust me. But yeah, what I just saw is fun, so funny. That's one thing about Nicole. What makes her cool to kick it with, like, because she's good at going in, like, when she talks about something, she goes into character of those people she's talking about, whether it be voices or mannerisms. A brief backstory.
all I can think about is, hey girl.
She like moves side to side from the
Guys
microphone, like
don't,
she's
guys
trying
don't
to pan her.
guys don't actually talk. Tourists talk like that, but guys
Yeah.
that live here, they're just like, hey, you, me,
That's
no
that,
pants, my house.
That's that
I
be-
have beer.
that's that beer language. That's that too many PBR language. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
it's like the
It's like moving back and
field
forth,
work.
trying to
It's
pan
like
her
field
voice on
worker
that.
language. People they work hard all day. They're just covered in dirt and whatever. And it's kind of like, yeah, I work hard, you work hard. Let's smush. No.
Smush.
No.
That should be the title of this episode. Let's smush slash the business.
Business. It's business time. Have you never seen? I think that's Flight of the Conchords.
I have not seen that.
Are you familiar with Flight of the Conchords?
The title, yes. I have not seen it though.
I don't think it's like a. They're these people and they make like songs, but they're like funny.
Kind of like parodies or spoofs?
Kind of reminds me of like the Andy Samberg, Dick in a Box.
Oh,
you know,
those,
where
okay,
it's like,
yeah,
it's a legitimate song, but it's like made out of humor, and that's kind of like Flight of the Conchords. Like you would pay to go see a Flight of the Conchords concert.
What is Matt cooking? This smells so good. Sorry to change the subject.
But it's like definitely. I'll show you, but they have a song that's "It's Business Time." Ooh, my snap sounds even crispier on here.
Yes.
I got really good at snapping recently. Ooh.
Well, snap is a 2-finger snap.
I can't do 2. But I have a very nice, crisp one-handed. My other hand is like.
That's why I do so much. That's why I do so much recording here, because it's like the acoustics is great. I can record, I can beatbox, make my own snaps. I made a beat one time, nothing but beatbox and me snapping. It's like.
I wish I was cool.
You are cool, and you're cool in your own way. Everybody's cool in their own way.
And that like unique. It's like the weird girl that you always want around because she's always gonna say something totally random that's gonna spark an interesting conversation.
But see, that's fun though. A lot of people like weird, like spontaneous and goofy. That's what the people you attract from that being yourself is people you need to be around in a good way. If they're around you in a good way, because that energy is what is making you unique. I think it's great that you have so many people here have their own unique, different style. I mean, there's a lot of sheep herd mentality, but also there's a lot of individualism also, and I love that. Those are the people that I connect with the most, that stand out, that aren't afraid to be themselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's amazing about this town.
I love that shit, man.
This town is so unique. Like,
it's a creative district, man. You got to, man. That's what this podcast is about.
I think about it, and it's like the multitude of talents. Yes. I have friends that work on the fire department. They're badasses. They are badasses. They literally
to the fire department, dog.
I mean, I remember this story.
Let's get into it.
I remember the story. Casey's dad was like, Casey or his dad was. They were telling me the story because he worked with the fire department.
Yeah.
And how there was like this big house fire, and apparently,
there
may or may not be a picture of this somewhere, but he shows up in his full gear and flip-flops. And they're like, wow, don't go anywhere near that building in flip-flops. And he's just like, I'm here, aren't I?
Damn.
Like,
that's dedication to your job and kind of scary if flip-flops at the same time.
People, well, I mean, because, it's a volunteer fire department. So when our friend's house, just literally half a block away from the fire department, there was a fire there. The whole house, they lost the whole house. Thankfully, all the people that were there, they got out okay. But I mean, behind the post.
I remember that. Yeah, I was working that day. It was like a glow, and the whole town was talking about it.
Like Pip and those. Yeah, they were all living there. They were out to dinner.
Pip was living there?
No, Pip was living there.
I didn't know that. I mean, I donated a bunch of clothes to the drive afterwards, but I didn't know.
It was him and
that's the homie Pip. I did not know that.
Austin, I believe.
I know Austin. Yeah, it's the homie. Shout out.
I mean, we went there. We always had bonfires there, but it's like, it's a volunteer fire department. Yeah. So half these people live on the mountain. So if they get a call about a fire, they have to get up, get dressed, drive down to the fire department, get into their fire garb, and get to the scene.
Right, because they don't live there. They don't live at the fire department. It's volunteer.
And just I don't think anybody really lives there. There are people that are on salary. There's the volunteer aspect. There's What's awesome is we have such a huge community of people that want to be involved in the fire department and learn and be there for stuff, and like it's super great.
I got friends that want to be in there right now.
We live in a small community, so it's nice to have so many people that are like on the scene with their radios, doing what they do. You guys are awesome, and I love you so much. I do. They're wonderful. But this town, it's like you've got badass firefighters, and you've got people that can not only drop some sick beats, but also make some wicked fried chicken. Whoop, whoop. Literally, that THC infused fried chicken is the reason we have not filmed. Check it out. The reason we have not filmed another episode of Baked is because that fried chicken put both of us on our asses so hard. It was like, how do you come back from that?
That was probably the best episode so far. So
that was the best lunch I've ever had. I'm like, I felt silly,
grits,
you guys.
The cornbread. Oh my god.
You guys should have seen Khari's face. I look at him and I go, hey, what do you know about fried chicken?
I had a Joker smile on my face when she said this shit.
And he looks at me like, excuse me? I'm like,
I was raised on that shit.
Listen, I love fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Khari's a chef who also grew up on fried chicken.
We had to make it happen. So you guys better check it out. And subscribe to the damn channel so we can get more views on this shit. Y'all gotta check it out.
I'll tell you this much. Honestly and truly, who says that? I have a friend that got me, that's stuck in my head because of them. Honestly and truly.
Just say real talk with the hand clap. Real talk.
It's like, we had that lunch and it was so delicious. And then after we ate all this food, I looked at Khari and I was like, dude, we gotta get outside. Like, if we sit down on the couch, we're not moving.
Yeah. We went for a fucking hike.
So we rode the bus up to the mountain.
No, you tell a story.
And we picked up some tall cans. I think I did tall cans of
I forgot about that.
I bought 2 tall cans of White Claw, and you got 1 tall can at PBR.
Yeah, PBR or something, yeah.
And we decided to walk the rec path, and I took all these like super epic pictures of Khari, and he got pictures of me looking like I don't know, just a fluffy biscuit. Just what? I look at these pictures of Khari, I'm like, wow, Khari looks great in these pictures. And I look at the pictures he took of me, and I'm like, these are so unflattering. Am I really that unflattering looking in pictures?
You think too critically of yourself, and we all do as artists, but
no, because I don't take the picture until you look your best, because I'm a good friend.
And a good photographer too, absolutely, shout out. Salute.
I take great pictures. That picture of you the picture of you pointing wasn't my favorite, but the one of you walking down the rec path with the mountain in the background.
Oh, that was dope.
I was like, put this on an album cover. Credit me. I'm a star.
I will. I'm gonna do something. I still have that picture, so we're gonna do something with it. But yeah, if y'all not, for my listeners that's not here in Crested Butte, the rec path is like a path that goes. It's a walking / bike path. You can go up the mountain, up the hill to the mountain. Kind of, right? It's like what, a mile?
It's a 2.35 mile long paved path from
the scenery is amazing.
From Mount Crested Butte to the town of Crested Butte. So it's a little bit longer than when you drive down the highway, but it follows the highway for a section, and then it goes kind of off over different properties. For a while you're on private property, but it's just like you're on a paved path. So there's bikers and people walking their dogs.
It's a popular walking path.
The views of the mountain are great. You start at the front of the mountain and you kind of wrap around it a little bit. Yeah. You get the river, like the bridge with the river. When I first moved here, I walked down the rec path and I brought like my Camelback and some snacks because I was like, I'm from the suburbs. I've never hiked in my life.
Yeah, if you're listening to this on Facebook or YouTube, I'm gonna put a picture and a caption in it if you're made this far into the podcast of what we're talking about right now.
Let's go to the rec path and take a picture, and then we'll add it.
Yeah, we'll do that. A recent one, yeah.
We could go right now. It's a beautiful snowy day.
Yeah, we're done with this. I'm down. What time is it? Yeah, I got time. 'Cause I don't have to work till 2:30. So yeah, for sure. But yeah, continuing the story though, we did that. Came back down. Then where we go? Pita's after with the Pita's.
Yeah, we went to Pita's and we got these gigantic cocktails.
Ooh, that was the same day?
Did we? No, okay.
It was a different day.
Maybe we got. I thought maybe.
Way different day because I had a hair back then. At the time, I was.
No, I remember when we got the big cocktails. Yeah, I just didn't know if we did that again.
No, we only did it once.
Normal.
But we did go to Pita's again that day.
Yeah, we went to Pita's and I was like, Khari's like, I'm having one drink, and I'm like, woo, I'm having all of that.
Lifted, man.
I remember looking at this guy at the talk of the town at midnight, and I was like, I think I'm finally not stoned anymore, but I'm drunk. Like, that's how that went. I was like, holy shit, I'm not stoned. And I was like, wow, I'm drunk.
Man, that reminds me. I was
And it was the same person that called me at 3 a.m. like 2 weeks later.
Oh, that reminded me. I was going to reach out to Amy and Mary because I wanted to get them on a podcast because I wanted to do a show about Talk of the Town stories. That's my favorite bar in town, and I have a million stories about that place, but I know they got a trillion stories. I just wanted to do a show with them, whether it be individually or a group, and talking about just stories that they want to share that I want to share.
Well, first of all, absolutely, because Amy is the business and Mary is an angel.
Shout out to Amy and Mary.
Oh my goodness.
Phenomenal women in town. Cornerstones of the community.
Great. Oh, Mary.
Yes.
She's the business. See, there are multiple ways to use the business. Mary is the business. She's so great.
Speaking of the business, man, it's like so many ways you can use that term, and the ways that I know that the term is being used, as far as aside from the Webster's Dictionary version of the business, you got sexual. The business means like y'all fucking. That's the business. Two, the business is
flirting.
That's flirting. Other one is like you say the business. This shit is so good, it's real, it's dope, it's just hot, like something, whatever it is you're talking about.
Food
it's
can
good.
be the business. People can be the business.
Exactly.
Flirting can be. There's a lot of ways.
And then you got where I'm from. The business means like you shooting somebody. I'm trying to get into some violent shit, but the business means like violence, beating somebody's ass or whatever. And the business could also mean like you're just handling your shit, like connecting the dots. You got here getting money. That's the business. You know what I'm saying it can mean so many different things. It depends on how it's used, what kind of context it's used in. Right now, you about to get into this part of the business.
Would you just calm down and mind your business? Mind your business.
Shit ain't none of your business, man. I got time for that.
Mind your business, because this podcast is going to be interrupted for a business meeting.
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, that pop was just not as satisfactory, but I've been holding this bourbon for too long, and the bottle is so heavy because it's so big and there's just so much alcohol.
We're going to take a brief 1.5 second intermission for this shot. We're actually continuing your podcast because we already did like a good, 40 minutes or some shit.
40 minutes? We've been talking for 40 minutes.
I think so. It's been 32 minutes.
It's business time.
So yeah, we are back. The Infinite Ambition podcast.
Oh, you're back on the.
Yeah, we're live right now. We're recording.
Okay, bye.
You can keep it going.
No, I don't wanna. I don't want people to know what I'm. I need my headphones.
Oh, so some of y'all know
you totally caught me off guard there. Jesus.
It's all good. This is a live one.
Mm-hmm.
Here with Nicole Marie Larsen, whatever you want to call that. Milwaukee born and bred. Yes. Out here live. We in the Infinite Ambition Studios. After the intermission second part, we're still taking shots. We got the bourbon, we got the White Claw flowing, good vibes flowing. This is how we do it, man. We're having fun today.
We're gonna get into some heavy feels.
Yes, real talk with real people, man.
So, before we decide to discuss feelings, we should probably. Right? Yeah, I'm leaving you hanging because I'm talking. Because oh my gosh, you
can't talk and cheers at the same time.
You're spilling. You've already spilled a shot. Khari has already abused a shot of bourbon by spilling it.
If y'all saw episode 4
he moves too quickly. He's like, talk.
If y'all saw episode 4 of Baked, you know my clumsy side shows.
Knocking shit over.
I don't hide it. I'm just a little ashamed of it.
Now who's hanging? Cheers.
God damn. Okay.
Oh my god.
That's the business.
I decided to do the whole thing.
Wow.
This is why I had to run errands before I came over, because I knew exactly what was going to happen when I got here.
Now you know what you was getting into, but not fully, because we get into it on the IA podcast. But yeah, we started talking about last night, the episode that has not came out yet. Was talking about relationship stuff and single life and committed life, the pros and cons of having that in a small mountain town with my roommates last night. And I wanted to continue that with Miss Nicole because me and her have shared many stories back and forth with each other's experiences during the time we've known each other. She's one of the first friends I've met when I came out here. I came out here in May of 2015. In July, we had a house party up at my crib, and I didn't know where she's having to be there. We struck up a conversation, just talking about life. And ever since then, we just been tight, like I'm saying, like brother and sister, distant cousins type shit.
Thieves.
Hell yeah, and just just respect and appreciate each other's goofiness because we're some wild motherfuckers.
And you know, to dive right in about one of the things that we definitely talked about the most, when I first moved to Crested Butte, I was super curious. Okay, first of all, before I moved to Crested Butte,
Kind of curious, but go ahead.
first of all, before I moved to Crested Butte, I think Tinder, these dating apps, all this shit was so new before I moved out here. But when I moved to Crested Butte, I was like, ooh, I wonder, what is it like to download a dating app in a remote mountain town of 1,500 people? And I'll tell you one thing, it's like super weird.
Oh yeah, it's weird.
Because
within a month, you already know everybody. Within a month, it's like feels like you kind of made everybody.
When I first downloaded it, I was like, you know, I majored in English. I want to be a writer, and I like to write. I like to document things that happen and experiences and feelings. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna download Tinder. I'm gonna write about it. But I'm also super curious because like I'm super awkward. A guy's like, hey, can I buy you dinner? And I'm like, I like pretzels. And then I disappear.
A pretzel dinner.
I mean, when I first moved to Crested Butte, this guy thought I was the business. I don't know. He liked me. He thought I was great. He tried to spend all this time with me, and then he walked into the bar one day, and I ducked down, and I like shuffled around all of the people and went out the front door and bolted home and didn't respond to his text. Like, I'm terrible. I'm
still
super
one of
good.
the funniest dating stories I've ever heard when she told me that. You said
Oh,
you were out the back door.
No. That was when I first moved to Crested Butte.
That was a different situation. Okay.
Down the road when I was
talking
to this fella, and he thought I was cute and wanted to take me out on a date. You know, perfectly normal conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's how he asked for my number. He was like, I think you're beautiful. I would like to take you out on a date. And I was like, yeah. So we exchanged numbers, and then we're out socializing with our mutual friends, and our mutual friends leave, and it's just the two of us. And I'm like, I'm done smoking my cigarette.
They left on purpose.
I'm going back inside.
Yep.
And then I walk inside, I'm like, oh my god, like looking around. And I don't see any mutual friends. And I'm like, what is this man's intentions? What's gonna happen? I don't know. Am I ready for what's gonna happen? I don't know. And I would literally run out the back door of the talk of the town. Pushing the door, the alarm goes off. Beep, 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 beep. And I'm just like, and I just bolt. I just scurry as fast as humanly possible, wasted down the alleyway all the way to my house, turn my phone off, and go to bed. And you know what?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what's funnier. The fact that I did that like 5 or 6 times to the same person, or the fact that
the same person?
I did that. I bolted out the talk. Like I said, Khari, I don't know what's funnier, the fact that I did that 5 or 6 times to the same person, or the fact that I ended up dating them for a couple of years.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's strong. He had a high tolerance for the booze. Yeah.
Very patient with me being very weird. I know, we did that shot super fast.
You did.
Slow your roll, Khari.
It kind of missed the tongue, went straight to the esophagus. You know what I'm saying?
But, back to Tinder and how awkward it is. As you guys probably know, it's like on Tinder, one of 2 things happens. You start as a female, you start talking to someone that seems cool in your area, and it's like it either goes super well, or they send you a dick pic, and you're like, no, could you just like not be gross?
But some guys aren't men; they're just males, and that's what happens. There's a difference.
I mean, it's super funny because I would see guy friends on there, and for shits and giggles, I would like swipe right, and it's like, it's a match, and I'm like,
immediately,
and delete
right?
the app. I delete the app immediately. Like, this is too weird. This town is too small.
It's crazy because when I was like, there's a time when I went and downloaded Tinder and POF and all that shit.
What's POF?
Plenty of Fish. It's another instant dating app, which is kind of like Tinder, but a little more detailed. At the time, when I was single and I was on that, I liked that one more. But the story that led up to me using those apps was on the previous podcast, which will be dropped. The one I had the last night. And I'll explain that later if we get into it. But like, that one... why did I bring that up? I had a good point I was coming to. Fuck! I had a really good point I was coming to. Shit.
Bourbon is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man, I had a good point I was coming to. It made a lot of sense. I just forgot
it. Shoot with caution.
Damn, what'd you say in your story? When I cut you off, I interrupted.
I was talking about Tinder in this town. You see someone you know and you met.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Got
okay,
it?
yeah. When I was on the time I downloaded those apps, I was meeting people, but I wasn't meeting anybody that was in this town. None of my matches were anybody that was here, which I was kind of cool about because I didn't want it to be awkward when I saw that person in person. Everybody that I was meeting was in towns far away, so I was always getting a lot of dates in towns far away. And yeah, I was raised to be gentleman, which I was. I wasn't the type that like to send provocative pics right away. I love
right away, but you got them.
If they ask for them,
hey.
If they ask for them, I was always very appreciative of general conversation. I love general conversation because again, you know, somebody holds much more value. I always thought about that before, and I appreciate that more. And it's just that I went on a lot of dates, and I've always established what we was about at the beginning. If it was about something serious, if it was about just a hookup or whatever. But after a while, it just became monotonous and boring. Like, this is
Can
just
you really
routine.
establish that at the beginning, though?
If you're honest and genuine with what you're saying, and everybody has that level. Not everybody has that level of maturity. And I realized that sometimes later on, somebody will catch feelings when you tell them. That's when you think at the beginning both of you had a mutual agreement. That's not what it was.
Well,
so I had to delete all that shit because I got tired of it. After a while, I was spending a lot of money unnecessarily. I didn't want to play with people's feelings. I'm not a player. I'm not a dog. None of that. Never been. And I went there and put that image out. So I said, fuck it. I deleted all that shit. And when I deleted all that, I'm like, what? Fuck it. I just stayed single for like a year and a half. And then that went into like...
Hey, horses, hold them. Damn. I'm saying this. I mean, I get what you're saying about being like upfront and honest from like the get-go, but for me, I didn't download a dating app to date anyone. I was like curious to
Me too, that's how it
talk
starts.
to other people because I'll tell you this much.
I'm glad I didn't run into anybody in this town with apps.
There have
We all
been
know each other.
times with these apps where it's just like I'm not taking this seriously at all. And then one day I woke up and realized, I'm taking this so seriously. Oh dear. I feel like I got really quiet.
It's...
Oh dear. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
The cord is very sensitive.
Oh dear.
You're still recording. Oh, this thing good.
What on earth? Technical difficulties.
We're good. The cord
Always,
came out.
always the usual with her. Oh, hi, Katie.
So anyway, back to your...
What I'm saying is, like, I mean, when I first downloaded these dating apps, it was kind of like a curiosity. Katie wants to hang out with us. Hey,
That's my roommate's beautiful German Shepherd. Just playing with a toy in here.
If you won't let me throw it for you, she's just gonna squeak it.
I'm gonna throw it and close the doors. You go ahead and keep talking.
She's got a lot of feelings about it. But when I first moved out here and I downloaded these dating apps, it was like mild curiosity. And then I had briefly dated someone that was less than ideal for myself. Not a very, just wasn't good. And I was like, drunk, like, let's download dating apps and let's talk to cute boys because we're drunk and we have feelings. And I actually made a lot of really great connections with like really great people.
That's what's up. Oh yeah.
I mean, I definitely through Tinder have made friends with people in this valley who I value and care about, and like we're definitely still friends, and we talk about business stuff and all this. You know, he's like one of my friends like is doing all this crazy stuff, but it was like this cool thing where you either talk to someone who acts like they genuinely care, and then they're like, I want to stick my dick in your face.
Damn.
Or you talk to someone that's like, I think you're a valuable person, like, I want to be a part of your existence. Like, let's make things happen.
And that
as
holds
a
a lot of
team.
value. It really does. I met a few people that I'm still in contact with, that I'm still really good friends with, just on the strength of that. You know, just being
You either talk to someone or you don't. But there's people on there that are weird and people on there that are normal. And so I learned. I was like, ooh, yeah, Tinder. No, Tinder's bad. Like, if you just want to randomly fuck someone, Tinder.
Pretty much.
But if you actually want to explore any sort of, and that's weird because for me it's like if you want a real relationship, just like go outside, genuinely meet a human being, talk and get to know them. But in a small town like this, that hasn't done me any favors. I mean, I have gone out, I meet people that are great.
That's part of the reason why I was single for so long, for like a year. I almost say so long, for like a year and a half by choice. Because the art of like organic conversation, it has been lost because of the internet and because of apps like this. And I don't want to downplay 100%. I don't want to completely downplay apps like this because I had a lot of fun with those apps, but at the same time, I had to delete them because it took up too much time in my life that I wasted. And a lot of times, I may have put out the wrong image, or like I perceived the wrong image of people that I didn't need to. That's time I can't get back.
See, and my thing is, I'm an awkward person. Like, I'm genuine. I'm not on these apps because it's like, I want to take you home and bang you.
Right.
Because, I'm sorry, but I'm not even capable of that. It's just not my character. Like, I love having genuine connections with people I care about.
Shit, man.
I'm not very good at mindless, feelingless shit. It's just not me.
Me neither. I grew out of that. I grew out of that, man. I don't know if because of age or because of experience. It's just,
I went through like
it's not worth it, man. It really isn't.
Like, my dating experience is wicked limited to like relationships that honestly, as an adult, those don't count because it was like, he held hands twice at school.
It doesn't count, but it counts towards your psyche. Like, you know what you want, you know what you don't want, you know what you will tolerate, you know what you don't tolerate.
But I had a relationship here for a couple of years and it was awesome. Like, when you think of your first relationship ever, you want it to be like good because it's a foundation for your future relationships. You base future relationships off previous ones. Everyone does it.
That makes sense.
Everyone sets an expectation.
We all do it. Yeah.
And so for me, it's like, wow, yeah, my first relationship, awesome person, made me feel awesome, things in common, enjoyed each other's, like, there was a very beautiful foundation. And then it just got to this point where it's like, what a bummer it is that we're just not in the same place. And what sucks is like a person is awesome and you care about them so much. And it's like, you matter so much. But this relationship, because you can be friends with someone you value and care about them. Yeah. But a relationship is a much deeper connection and
it's a growing
and
experience.
You can have a deep, intimate connection with another person, but at some point, what you want out of life alters that. And it's like, it really sucks when you care about someone, you love spending time with them, and they matter the most to you. And to be like, hey, I have to walk away from this because we're not seeing eye to eye, and like, I need to progress. And I can't do that with anyone but myself. Like, I need to progress. And like, it's not to say that someone is holding you back. It's just that my dad,
because you don't want to hurt them with your insecurities, or you don't want them to get scars from what's not really connecting with what's going on between you and that person at that present time.
I mean, my dad,
that's care, that's maturity right there.
My dad said it best to me when I was in college. My dad said it best for me in college. He was like, hey, you're on this highway and he's on this highway. And here's the thing, you both have paths that you're taking. And those paths may never meet in the middle.
Wow.
Because this person, was like, I cared about them deeply. They were involved in, military, and they were like overseas, and they're on this path, this track in life. And I'm going to college. I'm in college. I have to focus on college and my future. And it's like, I cared about this person so much when I was younger. My dad goes, listen, he's on this path, you're on this path. Those paths the only way for you guys to be on the same path is for one of you to stop doing what you need to do for yourself. You need to get off your, like, you're on track to do what you want to do in life. The only way to be with that person is to literally give up on yourself to join their path.
And that's unhealthy for
and
relationship.
The best relationships are two people that are doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And crushing life in their own way and can find a way to meet in the middle. That's a beautiful relationship because here's the thing.
That's why you see these Hollywood couples, they call them quote unquote power couples because both people are like,
You have to be, I mean, I look at it this way. It's like, I think about my like kind of present situation where it's like, you're on an awesome path. I'm on an awesome path. Mm-hmm. We connect very well. We have a lot of things in common. This is awesome. This is great. Yep. But at the same time, you're doing what you have to do to be successful. You're following your dreams.
Hell yeah.
So am I. And you know what? Here's the thing. If us both are following our dreams and our commitments does not... Oh, dear. Oh, gosh. Oh. There we go. I lost the sound in my headphones.
I pulled the plug out on accident.
But if two people doing their own thing allows for meeting in the middle, that's good.
Hell yeah.
But if your two separate paths mean the only way for you to be with someone is for someone to give up their dreams, man, that's wrong. Because you should fall in love with someone who is in love with themselves and what they're doing, not in like a egotistical way.
Not in love, but love themselves, but not in love with themselves.
But it's like,
you know what I'm saying? Comfortable in their own skin.
You're attracted to people that are in love with their life because you're attracted to someone who's like, I'm passionate about this and I'm following my passion. Yeah. I'm inspired.
Oh yeah.
Y'all
can enhance each other's life. You know what I'm saying? That's just dope.
Someone that doesn't care about their life isn't very appealing.
It's not.
At least to me. But when I see someone who's working their ass off to be the absolute, like they have this goal, this aspiration, an end game for their future, despite the fact that it's like, oh, I like to have fun and drink and party and go to concerts and festivals and whoop it up and have a good time with my friends. But
it's like,
also,
that's cool, but that should only be like an accessory to your main.
But also, it's like I want to party and whoop it up and have fun. But I also want to make a decent living and have a future and own a home and make a life.
Think about longevity. You know what I'm saying? Think about longevity. What do you think about kids? Just think about longevity in your life. You know what I'm saying? Certain recreational fun is only good for the moment. That should only be like an accessory to the main meat and potatoes of your life.
And some people aren't into thinking about their future just yet. I mean, when I first moved to Crested Butte, I wasn't like thinking, I want to buy a house and settle down and own 5 million corgis. No. When I first moved here, it's like, I want to have fun. But
and at a certain age, it's understandable because we all want to go through that at a certain age. But then it comes to a time where we gotta sit down and be like, okay, we can do a little bit of that wild focus and prepare yourself for the future.
I mean, let's be honest, when we were younger, we wanted to kiss cute boys and girls and we wanted to whoop it up.
Yeah,
and
we wanted to ball out all the time.
Now we're adults and we're like, I have to think.
Yeah,
I have to think about my future and like, do I want to spend an exorbitant amount of time doing bullshit with bullshit people I don't care about? Or like, do I want to explore the possibility of actually liking someone?
Yeah, because we're all on borrowed time. From the time we come out the womb, we're on borrowed time, and we got to utilize that time because we never know. I'm not trying to get too philosophical, but just based off my life experiences, which I haven't shared completely on this podcast yet. I'll share little tidbits here and there, but we gotta understand that every little move we make is a deposit into what our future has. She going into the sting on us.
I be watching you.
Yeah, but
hey, no, it's totally true though, because when you're younger, you don't care about your future. You don't think about it. But
you think you have all the time in the world until it catches up to you, and you're like,
as we get older, when you're younger, it's like I mean, it wasn't like that for me because I'm awkward, but my observation from friends when we were younger in college and whatnot, it's like, I'm gonna make out with every boy. I'm gonna take home who I want. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm a single, independent woman who need no man.
Clap.
And I mean, that was it. And now it's like, man, it'd be like super nice to cook dinner with someone. Or, oh, it'd be super nice to like go grocery shopping with someone.
The value in
Or,
that is,
oh, how lovely!
So yeah,
how lovely would it be to like not have to try to coerce some drunk person into thinking I'm interesting for one night and one night only.
That's one of the main reasons that like made me like so attached to my woman now, because she's very young, but she's very mature at the same time. She has a vision.
You guys, she's so pretty.
She has a vision that most women that I've met at that age does not have, and that's what's drawing me to her. Like, damn, like, yo, this is.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm about to be 40 in a few years, and it made me want to. I thought I was stepping my game up already. When I met her, it made me want to step my game up even more. Like, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will
real.
tell you this
Hats
much.
off.
Khari, he might have a slight case of smitten.
I'm beyond smitten, man.
He's more smitten than a kitten in mittens. Oh my goodness. She's beautiful. I like her so much.
Thank you.
When we saw you guys on Halloween, you're in this mask. I'm like, whatever, Khari, you're completely hidden. Like, bye, Felicia. Granted, I was completely covered too with my Sia mask. But I saw your lady. I parted my bangs like, you're so pretty. Because holy shit, she is. She's wonderful.
She is.
She gonna listen to this, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my goodness."
I met her at a time where I was so disgruntled with dating. I was like single for a year and a half. I didn't give a fuck at all. I didn't want to date or go out with anybody. I was just like in my zone, like fucking business first. My brand was most important than anything. I don't care about anything else except for family. And I was out one night, and that night I was out. I didn't want to be there. I just happened to be there having a drink. I was in my feelings, like, man, I'm gonna go home. I'm not really in the greatest mood. And then I saw her. I just wanted to say, all I wanted to do was just say hi and have a quick conversation and go home. That's all I wanted, and that's what happened. And I went home. I was so happy driving home. I was like, damn, she was fine as hell. I know she ain't from me. I've never seen her before, but she was so cool and laid back. And she was with her friends, which where I'm from, that's suicide. You don't do that. You don't talk to a girl when she's with her friends because you're going to get shot down almost guaranteed. I just wanted to say hi. I did that. We exchanged numbers. I'm like, okay, wow, we exchanged numbers. I didn't even know it was going to go that far. All right, cool. And she seems just so intelligent just in a few minutes we was talking. I'm driving home feeling good, like, wow, that made my night right there. If we set up a date, ski date, whatever, that's great, perfect. We did that, and then we just developed from there. We just developed from there. You know, like, exceeding my expectations. So sometimes you gotta take a chance, or when I tell a lot of my male friends that if they're feeling frustrated about dating or trying to meet somebody, not just hooking up, just meeting somebody or just having a connection, sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and quit caring. And once you quit caring, maybe the person that sees something in you that you don't see will be that connection. It always gotta be
you have to allow yourself. You have to allow yourself to feel. I mean,
yes, be vulnerable once in a while. It's okay to be vulnerable.
I shit you not, and like I could. At some point in my life, I could regret saying this, but I don't regret it now because life is all about the current experience.
Yeah.
And I talked to this person, and it's super funny. My friends were like, "Oh, Hinge. Hinge is great. My sister met her fiance on Hinge." And I'm like, "Oh,
I don't even know what Hinge is.
What's the difference? It's this app, but you like, it's a dating app. It's similar to Tinder, but you don't swipe, so it's not like." It's not like swipe left or right, just like
lick the screen.
There's pictures, but it's also like Q&A. So like they have a list of questions or prompts, and you respond to it, and you can like someone's picture or their response or give them an X, and the X doesn't make them like go away. It's just like next. And it'll tell you, it's like, somebody liked you. And you can look at their profile and decide if you like them too. But it's not like Tinder where it's like, you both have to like each other to match. Because every guy is like. And every girl is like, nope.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty, what it boils down to is like, who you gonna bang? But Hinge, it was a little more, I don't know. And I saw this guy on there, and like I didn't really read into it. Like the first picture that popped up, because I'm so used to Tinder, It was like him like walking his dog or something, and I was like, yeah. I didn't even like think. I just like flipped through it because it was mindless for me.
There's a whole dating app psychology I can get into for hours. I'm not gonna talk about.
But this person pops up. This person pops up, and I think on my profile it said ideal, perfect first date.
Yeah.
My response: taco bar crawl. Because listen, I love tacos. It's obvious. Tuesday is my favorite day of the week. I eat tacos every Tuesday. Like, yeah. And so I'm like reading through stuff. And this person's profile says, we will get along if. Of course I remember what I was talking about.
Okay, I had to get back. It was like Niagara Falls and that motherfucker. I'm ready to go.
We had a mild technical difficulty, but I believe what I was talking about was dating apps and all this stuff. And this person that popped up on Hinge, and you know me well enough to know this person's profile said, "We will get along if," and his answer was, "You spend every single day of the week thinking about Taco Tuesday." Wow. And I was like, excuse me, I do. Shit. Because I'm obsessed with tacos. Everyone knows. I love tacos.
Tacos are life.
And you know what's the funniest thing? Because like we talked a little bit.
Yep.
And he's like, I remember getting a message from him on Hinge. I was like, hey, give me your phone number. I want to show you what you have created. And you know, in my head, I'm like, oh God. Because with these dating apps, it's always something bad. You know, it's like, give me your phone number. I want to show you something. And then it's like, because I don't think you can send pictures on Hinge. So, like, you avoid the dick pic awkwardness. But once you give someone your number, like, you've committed to the weird.
They're ready to send you some shit to your phone.
And, I was hesitant. I give him my number. And within minutes, I got a video of him making double-decker tacos. Go ahead, try that.
Hey, go ahead. Continue with the story stuff.
The story
about the dick pics and...
My story was basically like the fact that I decided I wanted to talk to this fella simply because of tacos. And obviously, I want to talk to someone when it comes to tacos. I love tacos.
Yeah.
I've been talking to them for a couple months and they're great, and I have like this really awesome positive outlook on things simply from having conversation with someone who loves tacos.
Right.
But it's super interesting. You're either going to meet someone that you absolutely enjoy talking to, or someone's going to send you a picture of their super gnarly looking dick, and you're just kind of going to have to deal with it.
But I mean, sitting in church or at your job and you see that thing coming, you're like, whoa, okay.
Relationships in these small mountain towns is hard because for ladies, I mean, there's two things. For guys, she ain't your girlfriend. It's your turn.
I've heard and
for girls, the odds are good, but the goods are odd.
There you have it. See, that's what I've been wanting to hear. We've heard this argument so much to everybody. A lot of people say the same thing, but I wanted to hear the lady's perspective. And I wanted to hear how y'all feel, how she felt. And that makes so much sense. And she's right. She is right. You know, it's like a lot of guys out here, but I guess the selection ain't that good. And for guys, it's like, well, there's not that many single women, but the single women that a lot of us continue to meet, either they've hooked up with some of our friends before, or we're just not that interested.
The chances that your current girlfriend slept with one of your friends is extremely high. And
the chances are good for either or, male or female.
And it's not a judgment on her character at all. We live in a small town.
Exactly. It's just the way it is. It's like,
that's why I'm terrified of dating. I'm terrified of dating in this town. In my mind,
it goes both ways, y'all.
I'm gonna import men because I don't want to date someone in this town because
it's hard, man. It really is.
You know, not everyone feels this way, but like people that I have like dated or had intimate relations with in this town, like that matters to me, and respecting people matters, like it does. And so in this town it's hard because it's like oh, I like you, but like I don't want to sleep with you because you happen to be friends with every single person I know.
Yeah, man, it's hard. I had a good friend of mine get mad at me and not talk to me for about a year because I mentioned something along to the effect of what I just said now. It's just that I didn't say it in the mature manner that I said it right now, and I wish I would have said it this way then. But you know, recently we reconnected, we said hi, and we hugged it out, and it was cool. It's just that the way I expressed my feelings wasn't the well thought out way I said it now. Maybe because I was bitter at the time, maybe because I was like mad because I just got over a relationship that wasn't really that real. But you know what? What Nicole just said made so much sense, and it's real. What's it said again? What you said about the selection? You said like
in this town, for
statement.
guys, it's not your girlfriend, it's your turn. Because there are so few females compared to men.
And then
but
what you said,
for women in this town, the odds are good. But the goods are odd.
that's so fucking real, man. I love that. Cheers to that, because that makes sense. I like to get the perspective from single female and the married female, as well as a single male and the married male, because you know what, everybody's opinion counts and it all makes sense in this town. This is what we like to talk about here on the Infinite Ambition podcast, man. Getting off the chest. We like to talk about creatives, getting the backstory. Also like to talk about getting the real insight from the locals out of here, lifestyles.
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 whoa. She's a lady. Lady.
Clowning this morning, man. It's a Saturday morning, November. We snowing out here. We're out here drinking, having a good time in this mountain town, living the best life. My name is Khari Martino.
I am Coltrane.
Whoop, whoop.
Choo choo.
Subscribe to the channel, whether it be mine or our joint baked channel. No pun intended.
Hey guys, I promise we're gonna be making another episode super soon,
Yes.
but life is super crazy and Khari's fried chicken totally knocks me on my ass. I am awake and ready to fuck with it again.
Episode 5 and the planning works, man. It's going to happen.
Dude, we got some ideas, so I mean, subscribe and let us know if you want samples, because they go fast.
Social media sites or
I don't really have any social media sites. You definitely do, so go ahead and list
I'll
them off.
plug them on every episode so you know, but it's on Infinite Ambition, KMP, Instagram, or Khari Rashad. Snapchat, Khari Rashad. You can find me on That Piff My Music, Vimeo, YouTube, subscribe, like, Facebook, all that shit. You know, I post the links all the time so you can't avoid it. So, yeah, continue to live your best life. Infinite Ambition, Kharismind Productions, Coltrane in the building. We out this bitch. Peace!
Bye!